wow, I say excited a lot. Hey fellow fiction fanatics, I'm Chase. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Summer TBR Jar Challenges. In the last 3 months, I was able to read 14 books and I was able to finish 11 of my 12 challenges. To complete my challenge to read a book by an author that I love, I read The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan. This is the first book in the Trials of Apollo series, and I really enjoyed my reread of this book, and I'm excited to continue on with the series. To complete my challenge to read a book on my shelf, I read Never Forever by L.R. Johnson. This is a romance novel that I think is really underrated and that I thoroughly enjoyed. To complete my challenge to read my most anticipated book, I read The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is the second book in the Truly Devious trilogy, but unfortunately I was not able to get to the Hand on the Wall within the last 3 months. To complete my TBR Vet Challenge, meaning a book that has been on my TBR for a long time, I read Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I thought this book was enjoyable and that the villain was really cool, but it just ultimately wasn't my favorite. To complete my challenge to read a book with 5 or more words, I read Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. To complete my challenge to reread a book, I read Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. To complete my low expectation challenge, I read Leviathan by Scott Westerfeld, and it indeed lived up to my expectations. I only gave it 3 stars. I just thought it was okay. To complete my lucky number challenge, which is when I have a random number generator choose which book I should read from my TBR, I read Chaotic Good by Whitney Gardner. I read A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer to complete my challenge to read a book that is a retelling. My original 5-star prediction was The Hand on the Wall, but because the libraries are closed, I wasn't able to get to it. So instead, for this challenge, I chose A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer, along with Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I really enjoyed both of these and gave them 5 stars. So those are all my challenges that I was able to complete this spring. So the only challenge I wasn't able to get to was the buddy read challenge. My sister just had a lot going on, so we weren't able to do a buddy read together. So because I wasn't able to complete that challenge for my spring TBR, I'm now having to add it to my summer TBR. I'm very happy to say that my sister and I will be buddy reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. She has actually never read this, and I'm very excited for her to experience Harry Potter for the first time, and I'm thinking I'm going to listen to the audiobook because I've actually never done that, so I'm excited to read Harry Potter again. We'll now choose 12 prompts from this little jar here. I will not be putting in any of the prompts that I have already completed. So here's all of the prompts that were available to me for the spring, and here are the ones that are available to me now. Alright, so let's get into the summer TBR challenges. Prompt number 1. A book with a 1-word title. I'm going to choose Blind by Rachel DeWaskin. Prompt number 2. And that is a standalone. I'm going to pick Frankly in Love by David Yoon. This seems like it's going to be a great summer read, and I'm really excited to get to it. Prompt number 3. And that is an intimidating book. I'm going to choose Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I'm definitely intimidated by this book, and I don't know a ton about it because I've heard it's best to go into this book blind, but I am excited to get to it this summer. Prompt number 4. And that is New Author. I'm going to pick Emily Henry, and the book I'm choosing to read by her is Beach Read. This seems like the perfect summer read, and I am really excited to get to this one. I mean, it's about these 2 authors who switch genres and I'm assuming fall in love along the way. I'm excited to get to this and have a perfect beach bookish summer. Prompt number 5, and that is an adaptation. I'm choosing Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. I have not read this yet, but I think it's going to be really good, and I can't wait to read the book and then see the Netflix adaptation, and I'm excited to be watching and reading both of those this summer. Prompt number 6. I got Pop That Book Bubble, which means I'll be picking a book from a genre that I don't usually turn to. To break out of my book bubble, I'm going to choose My Dear Hamilton by Stephanie Dre and Laura Kamoy. I absolutely love the musical Hamilton, I mean, who doesn't? And this is a novel about Eliza Schuyler Hamilton, and I'm really excited to get to it, even though I don't really read historical fiction, but hopefully with my love of Hamilton, I can get into this novel, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy this. Prompt number 7. So the prompt is Throwback Thursday, which means I will be choosing a book that I loved when I was younger that I haven't read in a long time. I'm choosing Holes by Louis Sakar. I'm probably going to read this and watch the movie as well because Holes is fabulous, but I haven't read it in a really long time, so I'm excited to be able to read this edition. Prompt number 8. To be continued. So this prompt means that I'll be continuing on with the series. So I'm going to be continuing on with the Trials of Apollo series. So the next book is The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. I am excited to continue my reread of this series. Prompt number 9. A book with a beautiful cover. I'm going to choose Children of Virtue and Vengeance. I finished Children of Blood and Bone. That left off on an amazing cliffhanger, and I cannot wait to pick up the second book. I'm super excited that I'll be getting to it right away. Prompt number 10 is coordinates. So I'll be choosing 3 coordinates, and then I will find those on Goodreads. Alright, so we're over on Goodreads here, and I am going to go to my books that I want to read. I'm going to change it so we see only the covers and make it, there's 100. Since I know that there's going to be 5 pages, I'm going to roll a dice to see which page I'm going to land on. So my first coordinate is 4. Now that we're on the 4th page, I'm going to roll to see which column I'm going to choose from. The second coordinate is 6. So we're going to choose from the 5th page, the 6th column. I will see how many there is here. Alright, so out of 16 books, I got 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Since I can't read Hollowpox yet because it is going to be published later on this year, I guess I'll be reading Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I actually have read this already, but I really don't remember much of what happened in this book. I remember what happened in the first one, but the second one not so much. So I was planning on doing a reread of this before getting to Hollowpox this year, so this worked out just great. Prompt number 11. Color. So I'll be using a random color generator, and then I will choose a book that has that color on it. Alright, so I'm on my random color generator. Right now it's on white, and I will give it a shake and see what color I have to choose. And I got dark red. So I chose Once Upon a Spine by Kate Carlisle. It doesn't really have a lot of red on the cover, but the spine is completely dark red, so that's the one I'm gonna go with. Alright, and the last prompt is, alright, this one's great. It's a mood read. So I'll just be picking whatever I'm in the mood for. I'm gonna pick With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I read The Poet X and I absolutely loved it. I think Elizabeth Acevedo has an amazing way with words, and I'm super excited to read another book by her. So these are all the books I have to read, along with Blind, Children of Virtue and Vengeance, Beach Read, With the Fire on High, and Dumpling. Let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them, because I'd love to know. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to share the love. I'll see you next time. Bye!